thinking about why a front-mounted snowblower on a Kubota is triple the price of a rear-mounted snowblower. Basically, the box is the same. It captures the snow, chain-driven. But I think the front-mounted snowblower is hydraulically operated. The chute is, anyways. Still uses a drive shaft. I don't think they use hydraulics to run a snowblower. So here we are at the Kubota dealer, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. Don't know what the horsepowers are. I think this one's bigger than what I want or can afford. I want a 30 horsepower, I think. 4-cylinder. Kubota 30 horsepowers are 4-cylinder. Everybody else is a 3-cylinder. I'm going to get one with a cab, and it comes with a heater and air conditioning and a front bucket, and I'm going to get a back digging apparatus with a cleanup bucket for those big holes. Maybe this is a 30 horsepower. I don't know. LA 524, 5 Series, 24 horsepower? Maybe. Some are made in Japan, and I think some are made in Georgia. Maybe it's a 32 horsepower. No idea. Brand new. 1/10 of an hour. And I don't know how to tell the difference between the horsepowers. No brochure, no salesman. It's Sunday. I'm taking half a day off, and I'm going to get some insulation. Inspector Clouseau. Ram van junk. Kubota Industrial Equipment, Jefferson, Georgia. Don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know. They also sell case here, but I'm told to get the Kubota. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Case International Harvester Farmall. How do you tell which is good and which is bad? I guess you got to buy one. You can't make everybody happy. You can't throw everybody a bone. But I'm told the Kubota is the way to go. We'll see. All kinds of equipment here. All kinds of farm equipment. Hay balers, tedders, and aerators, and stuff I don't know anything about. I'm a city boy. But I'm learning. I'll learn. Everybody's been telling me to get some hydraulic equipment. I think it's about time. This one's got a cab. Comes from the factory with the cab. Rear-mounted snowblower. No good for me. I want a front snowblower, bucket, post hole digger, brush hog, finish mower, either a tow behind or a belly. I don't know why. I want to get one or the other. I suppose the tow behind is longer. Maybe it's wider. Don't know. I suppose they both have their advantages. I hope this isn't a 30 horsepower. It's a little bit too small. It better not be a 30 horsepower. It's an LA 504. No idea what that means. Got some bugs here. Spring is in the air. This better not be a 30 horsepower. It's a little baby. It's a baby. Here's an old Massey Ferguson 205-4. Diesel engine, 4-wheel drive. Got some good rubber on those tires. Massey Ferguson. Serial number 00856. Raised together. 1,207 hours. Gave somebody some good service. They say that people do about 100 hours a year. I guess. I don't know. I suppose you could do 100 hours in a week if you're really busy. Kubota. Coyote. Made in South Korea. Like my Hyundai. Rhymes with Sunday. 4-wheel drive. This one's got 324 hours. Pumper truck. Got some flooding around here. I think the water's going down. The ice broke up. Where the rivers flow north. You got your choice. Got the used equipment here. Ford, John Deere. Ford 5000. V6 Ford pickup T-Roc. 2020. John Deere 2020. How many hours on this baby? Wow, 3,600 hours? Get a little closer. 8,651.5. 8,600 hours. A lot of circles around the back 40. Boy, these machines have seen better days. Hard-working machines till the land. No farmers, no food. How many hours on this baby? 944 compared to that one. This has got 1/10 the mileage. Seen better days. Model 2010. 719 hours. John Deere. You pay for the yellow and green. David Brown Select-O-Matic. David Brown. Live Drive 6. What's a Live Drive 6? $6,182 hours. 6,000 hours. Yep. 2-wheel drive. Adjustable width front axle. I guess it's important to get your rows just right. David Brown Select-O-Matic. 990. Somebody had their name on a tractor. Massey Ferguson. International Harvester. Diesel engine, serviced, ready for work. Quad headlights. Genuine battery. Well, we gotta step up to read the hours on this one. 3,312 hours. New hydraulic control made in America. Prince Manufacturing Corporation, Sioux City, Iowa. I was in Iowa last summer. I had a great time in Iowa. There's more to Iowa than cornfields. Had a great drive in a Greenbrier backseat passenger. Massey Ferguson 165. David Brown Select-O-Matic. Hop right up. Whoa! 6,421. A little slop there in the steering. I guess you're entitled after 6,421 hours. Power steering. I've never really looked into tractors much, I can tell you that. Alice Chalmers. Hop up on this one. What do we got? 2,385.4. Suppose that's low miles compared to some of these other hard-working tractors. Offset drive. Cool. International 784. Here's a big fella. Massey Ferguson. Diesel. 700. The Ferguson system. My father used to tell me a joke. Reminds me. Step right up. When the immigrants would land at Ellis Island 100 years ago, they'd be coming from Eastern Europe. 4,293 hours. 2 batteries. Interstate Workaholics, Dallas, Texas. So they'd get up to the man, probably some Irish guy, or whoever it was, manning the gates at Ellis Island. They'd ask him, "What's your name?" And they'd say, "Name? I forgessen. Ferguson. Next, please." He used to tell me that joke all the time. I Ferguson. I forgessen. That's a big 1100. Massey Ferguson. Starting instructions. Move fuel shut-off control to on position. Move throttle lever 3/4 open. Turn starter switch to start position. Reduce throttle setting after starting. Cold weather starting. If required, inject starting fluid by depressing ether button. While cranking, release button when engine starts. Additional starting fluid may be injected after engine starts if required until engine runs smoothly. Do not race cold engine. Don't be a horsewhipper. Allied Farm Equipment. Delco Remy alternator. Must be a 6-cylinder. Massey Ferguson. This bucket has been worked hard. Alice Chalmers. Yeah, 2 men got together in a barn or a garage. They had an idea. Let's make a tractor. Who'd ever thunk it? Now look, all these years later, just old relics. The back lot. International. 300 utility. Gas engine. Intake's off for a bit of starting fluid. Old tower clamp. I saw one of those tower clamps on a washing machine once. People put them on their GM cars from the 60s and 70s to be authentic. And I had some on a washing machine. I got a whole bunch of them somewhere. I saved them all. Wow. 2,888. That's hours. Grease cup. Well, I gotta hit the road. Traction King. We got some old farm equipment in the back. What's left of it anyways. Scrap price is up. Off it goes to China. Come back as a Ching Chang Tung tractor. Made by the Ting Fang Fung Implement Company. They gotta farm their fields in China too. I suppose they're entitled to have a tractor. They just send them over here with their communist slave labor. That's the problem. So that's your tour of the tractors. New ones in the front row. A few big internationals here and a couple of John Deeres. But we got to go. I got an appointment and I don't like to be late. I Ferguson. Next, please. B.F. Goodrich, Silvertons. 3-ply rating? 8-ply rating. Thick sidewalls. That's it from the back row of the tractors. Thanks for looking.